Teletubbies, my Teletubbies, it's Sheila True Love, truly loving you as always. As you know, right now I want to talk about the benefits of being single and the things that being single can protect you from. And the reason why I find it necessary to make a video about this is because, I mean, in society today, tell me if you agree with me on this on this statement. In society today, they are constantly trying to pressure everyone into being in a relationship. There's not a show, a TV program you can't turn on your television without everything you see. It's promoting being in a relationship. They have so many of these females today who are so thirsty and hungry and desperate trying to get a dude. To try to get a man, yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, they're trying to get a dude. Um, and the only thing I keep thinking of when I see this is the first thoughts that come to my mind is misery loves company. Okay, misery loves company. Majority of these relationships are not working. The divorce rate is over 50% now. The separation rate is probably even higher, at least 30%. So I'm just thinking, why is it that the media and society is constantly trying to put pressure on people to fall into this trap? Majority of the people, I mean, I'm trying to think of one happy marriage that I know where it's not a facade and people are not wearing a mask and what have you. I can't think of one. I have females at my job who look like they are 10 and 15 years older than their age. And I know their age because when, you're in the lunchroom part and you hanging out in the office, in the kitchen area, and you guys sit down and you talk and you're having lunch or what have you, and you're talking, you're kind of close to them because you see them every day. The age thing comes up, okay? And these women, when they tell their age, they look like, my God, 10 and 15 years older, man. And that's stress. That's stress. And then I have like two or three females that I see in my office who are single. They look sharp. Hair cut in layers, hair looking tight, look like something off the cover of GQ magazine. These are the single women because they have time, they take time, and they have the time to take care of themselves. Whereas these married women or these women who have some dude living in their home, they look so raggedy, tubies, and Jehovah God knows and Jesus Christ knows. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating because exaggeration is a form of lying. I'm not lying. These women look beat up. I mean, they look toe up from the floor up, you know? And right now, I am listening to Derek Jackson, who is my dude, who I absolutely adore. If I could find somebody like him, an older version, because I'm not a cougar, I'm not into that young thing. No, not really. That's a toy for me. If I wasn't a Christian, that would just be a walking dildo for me, a toy. But considering I'm a Christian, I can't get down like that. That would be a plaything. But Derek Jackson, man, if I could find an older version of this kid, the way he thinks, I love his viewpoint. I'm hoping he's spiritual. Yeah, but what are the chances I'll run into something like him? That ain't happening. Good fortune to me. Only God could send me something like this character. I love his views. That's Derek Jackson, DERRICK, JAXN. I like the way he is not siding with women. He's just keeping it real. He's just telling the truth. He's telling it like he see it. A lot of dudes are uptight with him because they can't stand the truth. You know how it is when you're telling your old man uh, the truth about something. They always got attitudes and all kind of issues and all of this. Anyway, let me read some of the comments from females who are single. Flawless Imperfection says, being single protects me from insanity because I was doing the same thing over and over expecting different results. Being single is also protecting me from drama, heartbreak, and unnecessary commotion, you know? And then we have Hustle says, this is a dude, a guy, Hustle Organics. He says, sometimes life's rejection is God's protection. And let me see another comment here. And I'm just reading these comments, and so many of them I can identify with. That's why I choose to share these with you. I have another comment here from Angel. Angel says, being single is a blessing. It's not a curse. Don't you just love that single slice of pizza? You enjoy that single scoop of ice cream? Remember, there's a lot of people that wish they were happily single, and I know that's real. Because if you look at some of my videos on domestic violence, honey, please. There's no way you will ever convince me that these people don't wish that they were single. Yeah, they do. They just feel stuck. They're in a trap. A lot of these people think that it's love. It's not love. It's codependency and fear. Every day. I mean, there's not a day, I'm sure, that goes by that you don't have some kind of disagreement, some kind of argument with this supposed significant other, this partner over here, whatever. Anyway, or he's walking around looking all half baked. You know how women, we're always focusing on trying to make ourselves look good and look beautiful around the house. I know I fixed myself when I was married, because men are visual. Men are visual is drummed into our head. Bah, 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 men are visual, men are visual. So you try to keep yourself up all the time. That was exhausting. Always having to worry about what you look like, what you look like. Who is he comparing me to now? He just got through watching porno, so of course I can't walk around my house comfortably but ASS naked. Why? Because he sit up here comparing me to what he just got through looking at on the porno or the Instagram. And then if I don't look like that, or at least resemble that, he's not satisfied. He's sitting there looking at you with a critical eye. Who wants to be sitting up there walking on a tightrope like that and the eggshells in their home? I don't. I could walk around my home now butt naked. And yeah, many times I do. Yes, I do, honey. Keep my bra on because I don't want gravity to take over. You know what I'm saying? I can take off my bra and I can still pretty much hold these sisters up. At the same time, I can walk around butt naked around my house comfortably without worrying about someone looking at me with a judgmental eye. I can't be bothered. Meanwhile, they're walking around looking like something disgusting. We have a comment here from Maria, and she says, I was married to an asshole for 20 years. Can you imagine 20 years? I mean, that's just freaks me out. You're sitting there wasting your last good years with the wrong person. You're wasting good years out of your life. That's 20 years that was wasted. She says she was married to this asshole for 20 years and she fought very hard for her marriage. And she said, for a marriage that was just as useless as his job skills. She says, I'm a proud single divorcee, and I can honestly say that I financially accomplished triple in the last few years by myself than I ever did when I was with a man. Letting go can be hard, but boy, do you realize how much better you can be and how much better you can do all by yourself once you finally do. Can I identify? Can I relate to that? Absolutely. I have so much more peace in my life. I can accomplish so much more. You learn so much about yourself. You learn the things that you're willing to tolerate, what you won't. You know how to set up your boundaries. You don't have to cook if you don't. It's so many benefits of being single. Like I always say, I spell it out, my tubies. SINGLE. Stress is now gone. Life's oh God, easier. It's just so much easier to be single. Keep in mind, I've been on both sides of the fence. I have been married twice. You could say three. I've been married 3 times because I was with my fiance that I was going to get married again for 9 years. That is like a marriage. So you could say I've been married 3 times. And now I've had that side. And then I have the single side. That side, married, single, married, Single wins, hands down. Hands down. Why? Because it's so much easier. And it is. We also have a Christina Rivera. She says, being single is amazing. And I say amazing like that because I know she's not lying. She says nobody abuses you, cheats on you, or gaslights you, and you don't have to give up your dreams. So many men are nice to you simply so that they can eventually use you and revolve the entire relationship around themselves. And it usually ends up that way. Women doing 90%, they do something like 10%. Half the time they can't even get that right. In mine, I was doing like 95%. They're doing 5%. Come on. And that's another thing that triggers my anger. Because I see a lot of women, most women are doing the most in these relationships. 99.9% of the women are doing the most. While these characters, they're just coasting along, going along for the ride. She says, I want to visit London and Paris one day, and no man is going to go with me, unless of course you're paying his way. No man is going to go with me, nor is he going to allow me to go by myself. A lot of men don't travel. Listen to what she says, and I agree with this part. They get comfortable and they just sit on the couch, watch TV, play video games, and want you to cater to them. Or they're watching sports, watching TV. I don't mind a man who plays video games, watch TV, watch sports. I don't care. As long as he has went to did what he needs to do, go to work. I work. You know what I'm saying? I help pay bills up in this piece. You know, what I expect, take out the garbage when it needs to be taken out, clean the bathroom once a week. Maybe on Saturday, Sunday, you pick whatever day. Once a week, that's not asking for a whole lot, especially from a woman who's working harder than you. I work freaking what? 8 hours, sometimes 13, 14 hours, 16 hours. And I got video, my YouTube channel. I write books. That's 3 jobs, sweetheart. So the least this clown can do is take out the garbage when it needs to be taken out, clean the bathroom one day out of the week. And don't forget, he's the provider. He's the boss of this home, supposedly. I'm the manager. So when the manager needs something for the home or from an office, let's just say you're in an office environment atmosphere, if you need something for the office, you go to the boss. The boss puts the money into the petty cash, and that's how you make the payments. When I was at the office, I used to take care of the payments of supplies. I have to do inventory. I use invoices where I have to keep up with things. You go to the boss for that. I'm the manager. I make sure all of these things are paid. Now he's going to be the boss. I'm the manager. And if he does not permit me and he gets in the way of me doing my job as the manager, then like a job, I quit. Anyway, so I don't mind, like I said, a man playing video games because at least you know where he's at. He's home. As long as he has taken care of the things that he needs to take care of. You've already been to work. You made sure that we've gone to church on Sunday. We have our Bible study on Saturday. We have our devotionals every night, and we read the Proverbs of the day. The rest of the time, do what the hell he wants when it comes to the TV, when it comes to video games, when it comes to sitting on the couch, being a couch potato, as they call it. Do you? You know, take care of what you need to do because I'm damn sure taking care of what I'm supposed to do. So she says, I refuse to sacrifice all the things I want to do in this life just to have a man by my side whose ego I constantly have to stroke and feed. Oh man, that in itself is exhausting. She says, it's exhausting just thinking about it. I agree with her. Can I? Absolutely. Like I said, I've been on both sides. I also have some comments that I have jotted down for when my tubies call me because, like, you know, if you need to talk to me, my phone number is always in the description area. And if you have questions, I answer questions. You can send the questions to my email address. It's SheilaTrueLove7 at AOL.com. You send the question with the donation. I answer it. If push comes to shove, call me if you need to call me, because sometimes people are like really ready to jump off a cliff because they're hurting so much, you know. And I get it. I get it. I can identify, baby. I've been there. Trust, listen to a girl who knows. Ready to walk in front of a bus. So I made sure that I have notes and little things that I had jotted down, you know, to help alleviate some of the pressure from people who are single. Now, some of the notes I wrote is being single for a long, this person says they have been single for a long time, and though I do get lonely sometimes, I wouldn't trade the peace of mind for anything. I'm not going to just get into a messy relationship just to say I have a man. As a single parent who raised a boy into a man, I can't deal with a grown boy. And that seems to be what the majority of these dudes are today. Another one says, I'd rather be single than be with some fuckboy who only makes things worse. It's better to be single and lonely than to be with someone who's constantly hurting you or who's constantly stressing you out. Another person says, honestly, I feel like I can freaking breathe now that I'm single. It sucks sometimes, but I'm enjoying the calm and the peace. And I allow that to carry me through. Another person says that I manage my loneliness, and this is true right here. You're lonely? Get a hobby. That's pretty much it. Take yourself out. Have a good time with yourself. Do not let this world pressure you into getting into these abusive, disgusting relationships. This person says I manage my loneliness by painting, reading, working out, watching YouTube videos, etc., etc. I'm fine. I healed all of my psychological wounds in therapy and studying myself. Like I said, Jesus Christ said, don't be afraid of this world, for I have conquered this world, Jesus said. And how did Jesus Christ conquer the world? He did not let this world mold him or pressure him into becoming like what these people in the world are. These people in the world, everybody wants to hurry up and try to get married because that's what every society says you're supposed to do, or you're a loser. No, you're a loser anytime you're sitting up there in a relationship that's miserable and you're stuck. You're the loser. I mean, let's keep this real talk right now. It's ridiculous. This person says, I'm 40 and have been single for 2 years. I finally woke up and realized being with someone just to avoid being alone is toxic. In fact, I let go of all the toxic people, situations, including family, in my life period over the past couple of years. Peace of mind is everything. I don't know if you guys saw my video. It was yesterday I made it. I was sitting in my living room in my recliner. And I said, shh, listen, what do you hear? Even now, in my home. Listen. It's peace. It's like when you're younger, you don't care about stuff like that. I don't know, but as you become more and more seasoned, and you learn more about the world, and you know what people are all about, and you know you can see through the facades, man. Look, peace is everything. Yeah, it's me, my roomie, and she's great. She's the best ever. It's peace, no drama. This person says, I am learning to get to know and love myself. I will never, ever, ever again compromise my life and my peace for anyone again. I'm ashamed to say it, but I wasted many years of my life loving other people more than I loved myself. I am a work in progress, so I haven't given up on myself. I get lonely sometimes, But I refuse to go through any more unnecessary BS because it's so draining. And it's true. It's so true. I also want to share a video with you where some people say, there's this one video, it's with Derek Jackson correcting this stupid female who feels that, oh, just let me let you listen. She's an idiot. She thinks that, oh, these people who are single, they're just jealous of you because you have a man and you just jealous. They're just jealous. Child, please. You're jealous of us, or you should be if you had enough sense. Oh, yeah, wait, hold up. Yeah, that's right. Not too many women out here have common sense. You're the one who should be jealous. Okay, I'm getting ready to let you see a pick me shot. Pick me, oh please, somebody pick me, please pick me, pick me. I'm such a freaking loser. I don't know how to stand on my own and be strong and independent. Here we go.
Start talking about your standards and what mistreatment you won't tolerate, there's always somebody ready to call you bitter. Not
Hold
just
on.
somebody, more specific.
Here we go. Here we go.
Stop listening to your single, lonely ass friends. Okay?
This is a pick me shot.
They don't got no man. So they don't know what it takes to keep one. Alright? Your man be knowing what he's talking about. You know, you ain't got no bum ass nigga. You got a grown ass nigga. Who knows how to be.
Hold on.
You can't lead a bitch who don't listen. If you don't listen, bitch, you lose your sponsor. You lose your sponsor, then you out here talking about niggas ain't shit. Okay? No, bitch, you ain't shit. Stop listening to your ain't shit ass motherfucking friends so you can keep your man, your sponsor, and your motherfucking bills paid, okay? Some of y'all just don't even get it.
Well, look, I agree with her on one thing. The part where she said, stop listening to your friends, yeah, I agree with her on that, except not for the reasons that she gave. If you got friends that think like her, then yeah, stop listening to your friends. Friends that think that a man is grown simply because he's sponsoring you and he's paying for your bills, because yes...
That was a pick Misha, and she's horrible. She's pitiful. You can look at her. Hair, dreads, or whatever, and you hear her mouth. She has a mouth like a sailor. She has a filthy mouth that somebody needs to come and scrub it out with something beyond soap. She's pitiful. A sponsor. So we see pretty much that's all she sees a dude as. He's good for being her. She's pitiful. They call them pick Mishas. Let's listen to a man who knows what's up.
Are some amazing guys out here, but they do a whole hell of a lot more than simply pay your bills. Or a woman that thinks just because another woman is single, then that makes her opinion invalid, or that she's bitter and she's lonely. Because quiet is kept, that whole lonely stereotype really doesn't belong with single women. Single women can call up any dude that they want, go on dates, go out to nightclubs and all of that. The loneliest women in the world are those women who are in a relationship with a guy who's out acting single and cheating on them and leaving them at home alone, and you know they ain't got nobody to cuddle with and keep them warm and all of that. So if it's anything that y'all women should try to avoid, it's being in that situation. And while we at it, we can go ahead and throw out the bitter stereotype too, because the moment you start talking about your standards and what mistreatment you won't tolerate, there's always somebody ready to call you bitter. Not just somebody, more specifically, dudes who are trash and they're ever so trusty pick-me women. But that single friend of yours, she might know what she...
I didn't know that. Pick-me women, it's true. Pick-meshas, I call them. He says pick-me women. Yeah, they are pick-meshas. They're pitiful. You know the ones that'll be sit up there? Yeah, they sit up here and you got to do this for your man. He's dogging you like hell. And all these pick-meshas want to do is try to make the woman look like she's the one at fault. They constantly gaslight women. I see it happening all the time with these thirsty, desperate, pitiful, pathetic females who will side with a dude just for the simple fact that it's a dude. It's sickening to me. I have to keep a bucket around me when I'm around females like that. They make me sick. Because they screw it up for everybody. They just screw it up and mess up the quality of life for everybody. Pygmeshas.
Talking about, because she's dealt with a man who's just like the one that you got, and she knows how that story ends, you know, and she's probably the one that's seeing him out disrespecting you with other women, and she knows that whenever you digmatized and you're dependent on a man, it's hard for you to see it yourself, so she's trying to get through to you. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be thinking with your own mind, or you should let other people outside your relationship dictate what goes on inside. What I am saying is, don't write off your friend strictly because she's single. And at some point, y'all gotta learn to kill that whole keep a man nonsense. That comes from a time whenever a woman couldn't survive without a man. But these days, y'all have no excuse not to be getting your own money. Because
holla! How many times have I said this? If you looked at my previous videos, I'm like so excited inside. I'm trying not to scream out or because this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. You know, back in the 1800s, I could see and understand why women would put up with a lot of abuse, a lot of disrespect, because they didn't have no choice. This day and age, this is 2020. Women sitting around standing these domestic violence, they sit up here and they'll put up with all this garbage from some dude. Nah. You let their parents tell them something, they have issues. Let their friends and family members say something to them, they have issues. But some dude come along and they're willing to fold and cater. It sickens me.
whenever you are your sponsor,
I gotta put this back. Go ahead.
I gotta learn to kill that whole keep a man nonsense.
Thank you. Say it again, honey. Say it again.
Inside. What I am saying is, don't write off your friend strictly because she's single. And at some point, y'all gotta learn to kill that whole keep a man nonsense. That comes from a time whenever a woman couldn't survive without a man. But these days, y'all have no excuse not to be getting your own money. Because whenever you are your sponsor, you can never lose your sponsor. And if anything, instead of trying to keep a man, you need to be asking questions like, is he even worth being kept?
Hello.
Or what is he doing to keep you? And by keep you, I mean keep you happy. Not just keep you dependent or keep you coming back whenever he loses you. Because let me tell you something else. There are a lot of women today that are living with an STD that they can't get rid of because of the man that they was keeping. And the fact that he was out cheating and was bringing home something that she got to live with for the rest of her life. And there are other women who are in jail because they was ride or dying for the man that they was keeping. Or women that died at the hands of the man that they was keeping. And something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but there are some women today that grew up emotionally scarred because they was getting touched on as little girls by these dudes because their mama wanted to keep a man. Any man, by any means necessary. So that single friend that you got that's telling you that you deserve more, she might not be hating on you. She might be trying to help you avoid those situations. But at the end of the day, it don't matter what she say, it don't matter what I say or anybody else, if you aren't first willing to help yourself. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
What I think in the comments? Where are you? Do they have any more guys like you in this world? Somebody who gets it. Somebody who actually gets me. Understands where I'm coming from. And don't sit here and think that I'm male bashing or you're just jealous because you what? Don't you think that it should be the other way around? You should be the one who's jealous of all the single people? All the people who don't have to put up with abuse? All the people who could call their own shots? Who's running their own life? People who don't have to walk on eggshells and who don't have to walk on a tightrope and everything is like a landmine. You don't know when it's going to blow up or what have you. Who needs it? Let me read some of the comments below. I'm just so excited. It makes me feel good. Not that I need validation, but it's nice to know that I'm not the only person in the world who have a brain that still works. Wow. Yeah, they don't understand. A lot of the people are single by choice, sweetheart. A lot of people choose not to be abused. A lot of people choose not to be disrespected. Now here it says single does not mean lonely and married does not mean happy. And why is she so angry? Did a single friend tell her something about her sponsor? Yeah. It says here another person says single friends rock. They do not settle. Some women these days have a fear of being alone. That is so ridiculous. Set your goals and accomplishments without a man, so when you find the right one, if you choose that route, he will only elevate you, not hinder you. Never put yourself in a situation where you can't make a move before consulting a man. That's another thing I hate. You have to always ask this person, honey, can I? No, I try my best not to have to ask because I'm not a child. You know, I try to say, honey, I'm going to so-and-so after work and I will see you. I don't know. I'll probably be home, but you got to answer to somebody. And it's true because if I have a husband, I don't want him to just do a disappearing act and not tell me where he's going. But the point is, you do have to answer to someone. And being single, you don't have to do all of that. You just get up, pick up, and go. Friday, I just pack my bag. I know I'm coming back home Sunday evening or Monday after I come from work. I'm going to my girlfriend's from Friday to Sunday. I don't have to sit up here and answer to nobody. This person says, all the miserable women I know are married or have a BF, a boyfriend. Not all, but quite a few. Single don't mean lonely. Do people understand that? Single don't mean you're alone. You have friends, you have family. But as a single friend, I speak as such. Okay, thank you for your comments. Pick me women tend to associate being single with being broken, as if something has to be wrong with me because I choose to be single. Something has to be wrong with me. No, something's wrong with you for putting up with abuse. Something's wrong with you. That you choose the harder way of life instead of the easier way. It's just easier to take care of yourself. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on, let me see what other ones do I want to read out. I try to pick the long ones. A woman here named Melissa Jean, she says, the single friend is actually best to listen to because they aren't in love with this dude like you are. They aren't in love with him, and they can see him for who he really is before you can. So don't sit around here and think that just because your friend is telling you something about dude, like if you saw another one of my videos, cheating, how should you handle it? Yeah. You listen to my homie, or what I love him, MJ Harris, and he tells you, when he went and told his friend, his BFF, that her husband was cheating, she actually kicked him to the curb, cut off the friendship with MJ to hang out with this piece of garbage. But later on, after a year and a half, he got the cheating trick that he was cheating with pregnant. Now, do you wish you would have listened to your friend? Huh? Dimwit? Dunce cap? How much of a fetus are you? It's pitiful. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love. Well, this woman says before closing, she says, this woman who was speaking, oh God, she's such annoyance. She is an annoyance. She says she is so annoying. Not all single women are unhappy. Not all people who are married are happy, or people who are in relationships are happy. She says, I've been in relationships where I felt the loneliest. How many people do you know that are in relationships have still felt lonely? I know I was with my previous husband because he wasn't on my level mentally. I had nobody to communicate with. I had nobody to really talk to. Nobody who could, he couldn't freaking understand the things that I enjoyed. I love educational things. I read something, I learned something new, I wanted to share it. But how can you share that when you're dealing with a idiot? You're lonely. You don't feel no connection. Being with the wrong man, that's what it will do to you. They might not be bad, but they're wrong for you. This woman says she is a single mother. She had gotten her heart broken so many times. She survived toxic relationships. She had undergone so much domestic violence. It's not even funny. She says, now I am happy. I'm a single, happy mom. A lot of the guys that want me doesn't live to my standards. That's why I choose to be single. She has standards. I learned what I want in a relationship and what I don't, which is as important. You'll know what you're tolerating, what you won't. Bills, can you go not? Bills, well, I don't know what that means, but I love what I do, and I have various different jobs that I love. So she's busy. Keep hobbies. Stay busy, baby. When you get lonely, thank God for Meetup. That Meetup app, I love it. And I know how to take myself out. I know how to pick myself up and go hang out with my friends. Or go hang out with my son. Or people that I see as my family. I know how to do that when I'm lonely. I don't have any problem spending time with myself because I'm amazing company. I'm amazing company. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you briefly because of the pressure trying to get people in these relationships. And I know so much about domestic violence, and I look at divorce court almost every day. Okay, almost every day I look at divorce court where these relationships are not, they're not working. They're not working. Okay. Anyway, this is Sheila True Love, truly loving you. And don't forget to subscribe and to share and to press the little bell so you'll get the notification each time a video of mine comes out. Don't forget, if you have any questions, SheilaTrueLove7@AOL.com. Don't forget to send your donation, whatever you decide, and I will get back to you. Until my next video, toodles!